When you think of a homeless person, she probably isn't what you imagined. Yet we see beautiful children like this, along with their parents and siblings, every day at the YWCA Sojourners Shelter. On average, about 64 per night. It's important to remember, homelessness is not a choice. It's the result of a crisis. Personal problems or a sudden disruption in the normal pattern of life, such as a lost job, serious illness, or divorce can be the cause. And just as those obstacles can be overcome, so can homelessness. We don't see homelessness as a failure. We view it as a temporary setback, one that we can help make right by providing secure lodging, wholesome meals, education, counseling, and many other supportive services. YWCA Sojourners offers a temporary home with the goal of eliminating homelessness, one person or family at a time. And is there an image of a domestic violence victim that comes to mind? Many of us tend to think about the horror of abuse in a way that keeps us from feeling threatened by it. Yet that's what holds nearly all domestic violence victims captive: threats. Threats of no money, nowhere to live, or the most devastating threat of all, to kill the victim and the children.
One time, he had kicked my teeth down my throat because there was a phone call that came in the house, and it was a member of my family, and he didn't recognize the gentleman's voice on the phone. And unfortunately, he grabbed the phone and he had hit me with the phone and then had kicked me up underneath the sink and kicked my teeth down my throat.
Domestic violence is not an anger management problem on the part of the abuser. It's the abuser's need to control and dominate the victim. That's why YWCA Resolve assists hundreds of victims of domestic violence each year by devising a plan, a comprehensive plan to help victims find safety, stability, and to ultimately regain power and control over their lives. Simply put, YWCA Resolve is committed to eliminating domestic violence through leadership, education, empowerment, and community collaboration. The YWCA was established in 1912 to provide room and board for young women pursuing careers in Charleston. Today, it is one of the city's most comprehensive and diverse networks of social service programs. There is only one condition for receiving help from the YWCA: setting a goal of self-sufficiency. We will provide the ways and means. Our program participants must provide the initiative and desire. YWCA Sojourners Readiness Center does just what its name implies: readies any and all homeless persons, regardless of their place of refuge, for continued education or potential employment. It is here that the homeless find acceptance, patience, self-worth, and the skills necessary to make it on their own. The YWCA Alicia McCormick Homes provides subsidized housing for women and their children who are transitioning to self-sufficiency. Some are former residents of YWCA Resolve or YWCA Sojourners, but all are on their way to gaining or recovering independent lifestyles. Education, employment, often both are accomplished while residing with us and receiving supportive services. And some of the successes and turnarounds have been truly remarkable.
Freedom of being in captive of drugs and alcohol, freedom of being in bondage of, not knowing where to turn, not knowing, how to turn, and then just these programs, again, that are available to help you get there. Many people think, because I was one of them, as far as programs like this and the programs like treatment centers, they can't do nothing for me, that I can't do for myself. And until you get there, and then that's when things start to turn around. But then you got to open yourself up to allow those changes to take place.
Everyone wants to think of their elderly grandmothers and mothers living out their lives in peace and with dignity. But sadly, this is not always the case. The YWCA of Charleston became aware of a growing problem: elder abuse. Abuse that often happens at the hands of the victim's own caregivers and results in homelessness for the victims. Our response was to take action, and the form of our action was the YWCA Shanklin Center for Senior Enrichment, an independent living apartment complex for disabled female victims of elder abuse or chronic homelessness, and the first of its kind in the state. Subsidized, supported, and with a sense of community, YWCA Shanklin gives our senior women renewed life in their later years.
I have my own checking account, savings account, pay my own bills.
How can a single mother be able to work to support her family and afford quality, dependable child care? With one of the world's most respected names in child care, the YWCA. At the YWCA Child Enrichment Center, or CEC, every family is eligible for secure, state-licensed and enriched child care regardless of ability to pay. Another vital component of the YWCA's hallmark initiatives of eliminating racism and empowering women. Parents are not just able to gain employment or return to work, they are able to excel at their careers while their children are cared for in a warm and loving environment. With high-quality and age-appropriate activities, YWCA CEC provides a stimulating curriculum, nutritious meals, loving care, and plenty of outdoor activities to nourish children's minds, bodies, and spirits. The YWCA of Charleston practices what it teaches: self-sufficiency. Our 3 retail operations are designed to generate much-needed supplemental income for the operation of our programs and services. YWCA Past and Present Gently Used Clothing provides wardrobe for YWCA program participants, as well as stylish and affordable clothing for the entire community. Well known around town for its fabulous buys on everything from pots and pans to entire bedroom suites, the YWCA Second Seating Gently Used Furniture Store is a treasure trove for bargain hunters and a reliable source of much-needed income for the YWCA Shanklin Center. People are surprised to learn that the YWCA is helping people who are just like you and me, but with a critical difference. They're often starting over in life and are facing tremendous obstacles. But that doesn't stop them from having the same desires that we all have, to be self-supporting and productive. And that's the path they are on the moment they enter our doors.